All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yay. Okay. Usually it's Thursday, so we would be doing Ace Attorney, or I guess now the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Unfortunately, Lemur is not feeling well, so she is resting, and we are back on Danganronpa. It is really weird, like it's very quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, for a little bit of background, usually I can hear the game audio. Today, it is not letting me hear the game audio. So
Strange.
it's very strange. It occasionally happens with this capture card. I don't know what's going on with it. It's doing its thing.
Yeah. Be like that sometimes.
Yeah, so that just means that we're going to be voicing literally everything that happens. And if you can hear a voice, please let me know. Because I've turned it off in options and I'm assuming it works, but obviously I cannot hear it if it doesn't. Let's get to our recap, because a lot happened last time, didn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so
A
lot, yeah. So people got understandably upset about Sakura being a spy, and Hina slapped Byakuya in his smug face for being a dick about it. It is my favorite moment. Yes.
That's the best moment in the entire game. No arguments.
Stan Hina for clear skin.
Yes. What a great gal.
Alter Ego asked us to be a good friend by plugging them into the secret room so they can access the school mainframe. Mainframes have not been a thing for like 30 years, but for some reason we all still talk about them.
Interesting.
We kind of patched things up with Kyoko just in time to help out Alter Ego and investigate the locked room mystery of Sakura's death, which Hina is accusing the others of doing. Before she died, Sakura seemed really ticked off about people letting their anger at her out on Hina, and she was giving us the classic look after her for me if anything happens to me speech before Monokuma outed her. Also, all of the people Hina accused received letters telling them to meet with Sakura at the time and place of her death. So yeah, that sucks.
Legit.
Sakura is sitting in a chair with a single head wound and vomited blood on the floor. There's a polka dot candy wrapper, some missing Monokuma chess pieces from bottles, a handprint on the inside of the locker, and Toko's name written in an upside-down magazine with blood. Someone with smaller footprints than us ransacked the chemical shelf for Chem C4. Kyoko deduced that the broken bottles with the chess pieces were somehow heavier than the sealed bottles, but we went to trial before we could determine why. I'm guessing the bottles might have contained a gas lighter than air for some reason, possibly related to the chemicals. That's an interesting theory. I do like that one.
Huh. I like that one as well. That's very well thought out.
Yeah. And our report card, we proved that Toko and Hina were absolutely right about us being a man-slut by taking Sakura on her last date ever. That is so sad.
We are the biggest.
We are. Plus going on a date with Toko to remind her that her debut lemon made everyone horny for fishermen. Yeah, I could have went my entire life without learning that fun fact.
Yeah, same. I don't know why that was necessary, but apparently it was. So.
I do not know. Alright, so I don't remember whether we set my skills before we ended last stream. Okay, we have algorithm.
Oh, yeah, we should.
We do not. Okay, vocabulary. Oh, I have too much. Okay, increases bullet capacity, effective. I don't really want that one. Okay, so we have everything that we want. Are we ready? We ready to hit this trial? This is the first time we were ever voiced a trial, because they're usually completely voiced. So this is bad timing, but you know what? We'll figure it out.
As we begin with the basic explanation of the class trial, so your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then they only will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu!
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Oh, idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I never killed someone. No way.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses. Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Does she, though?
That's debatable, but okay.
I forgot you were going to take Hina, weren't you?
Was I? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you want to take Hina, or do you want me to keep doing her for now?
It's a well. Do you want me to take her?
It's up to you.
Why don't we kill her and stuff? So basically, they're wait. This is just like the
Oh shit,
where you
that's the
just
wrong.
bullet
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. So
right?
usually they're voiced, but people can figure out how to read.
It's just a bunch of flight.
Because I cannot read and shoot things at the same time. Okay.
Exactly.
Some concrete reason why Hina suspects those three specifically. Okay, truth bullets. So
Does
my
everyone else tell us?
okay, Hina's account. Toko had written notes to Toko Byakuya and Yasuhiro. Okay, so I need something about the letters. Okay, I'm sure she's mentioned it before. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, so that's my focus gauge. It's been a while since we did this. One of you killed Sakura. What reason do you have for saying so? You all had a motive. Yeah, you all hated her. Doesn't make any sense. Blah, 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 blah. Nope. Oh, yeah, that's gonna get blocked.
Oh.
Screw you. Okay, what's my fast forward button? Okay. Okay, so now I know what I'm supposed to be hitting rather than trying to remember what I'm doing.
Right.
It happens.
I don't know. I still laugh a lot at their violent vibration. The chorus.
It's so off-putting.
It is. I don't know how to feel about that.
Alright, there we go. Objection! Or something, I don't remember what.
Yeah, objection!
Objection!
Pretty much.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all 3 of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Alright, make our argument. Pocket trash.
Oh yeah, that was him.
Yeah, that was Hiro's trash. Oh yeah, because he had the candy wrapper.
Yeah, and it fell on the floor and we're like, oh, well, that sucks.
That's right. Okay, one of you is absolutely guilty.
Also, chat did say I can hear the game's voices, but it's very soft. I doubt it will happen, but it would be absolutely loud if Hina was the killer.
Yeah, really.
Ooh, that would suck, especially for Hina.
Yeah, it's weird. Why is it doing that? I thought I turned it all the way down. Maybe I didn't.
I mean, it's fine. Everyone, we did do that disclaimer at the beginning, so I think it's fine.
Yep. Yeah, it's down as low as I can put it. So,
yeah. Is that?
Yep. Just don't listen to them. It's fine. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper. Remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What? What's got that to do? Wow, what's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots?
That was terrible.
That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. Cause I'm selfish. But there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
Look, candy is good. In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure, I got it from her, but she gave it to me, like, forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it some time before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right. Because Sakura could have only gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason why I know that is it because Hiro got the candy from Hina, Sakura loved candy too much to share, or is it because of when Sakura got that candy?
When she got it.
I got it. Naruhodo. I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden... No,
Same.
why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
I don't want to hear that coming from you. You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostility.
Not just normal hostility, you're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message, just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true, I saw it myself.
See? Toko did it.
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, how do you know that was in there? But,
Right.
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers? Thank you, Kyoko. We're resonating right now.
This is a call-out post. Huh? Oh, well, when we found Ogre's body, duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that that's when you actually saw the message for yourself. Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, was it under the magazine shelf, was it above the magazine shelf, or was it on the magazine shelf?
It was on it, right?
I'm pretty sure it was. Naruhodo! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right? That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation. If that's true, then what Hiro said doesn't really make sense, does it?
It doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us.
Oh shit.
Alright. What evidence do we have now? The magazine dying message. Da-da-da-da-da.
Go get 'em, Tiger.
Actually, I should probably look at what my thing was. Magazine dying message. One of the magazines had been put back upside down. Assume that whoever wrote it used their finger. Oops, sorry. Sorry, Kyoko. Oh no, I didn't see a contradiction. Oh, that's right, I forgot I can absorb things. Okay.
Oh yeah.
He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. But at that time, where was the magazine? Okay, I need to figure out what button it is to do. Oops. Obviously, it's not that one. Okay. magazine shelf. Pull it out. I saw her final words. I keep wanting to hit that button to fast forward. It's not it. Okay, he saw it at that time where... Oh, where was the magazine? I have the wrong thing now. Okay, there's the magazine shelf. Apologies for anyone who gets to watch me go through this over and over and over again. Goodbye. Objection.
Also, constantly disrespectful and calling Sakura ogre is such a red flag.
Yeah. I mean, I think they do say at the beginning that it's one of her nicknames, but
Oh, okay.
he's the only one who ever seems to call her it. So, because I do remember them saying it, because it's like a reference to her last name, which I don't remember what it was, but it's like Ogaki or something like that. Yeah, Ogami. There we go. So it's still not great, but when Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
When I wrote it. I mean, hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage ogre left us and we know who the killer is. Toko!
Vienna sausage?
What the? What?
What?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us. Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah, maybe it was the Vienna sausage.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah. I think we can all agree Ogre wrote the message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it, and this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a
I
doubt.
don't know about that.
No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. If I remember correctly, Kyoko's got... Okay. Oh, this part is gonna suck, because I can't hear.
Use your, shining light skills.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do play it on mute.
Okay, why... Give me a second. Let's see, tempo marker. Why can I not do that? Reload, fever time, mega time. Okay, what's my fever time? R1? I am 100% guessing at this point, but it worked.
Hey, like a boss.
Thank you, thank you. I kind of knew where we started, and then we went tempo up, and I lost it. But you know.
Chat's like I like eating Vienna sausages with fried eggs and rice.
Ooh, that sounds tasty.
It does.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger, but both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then who did write it?
Hiro very well could have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
He admits it!
I figured as much. But
Why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her.
You're admitting to killing her?
Please just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said. You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool. Shut up, Byakuya. Anyway, when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well.
Okay.
Would you like a piece of candy? It might give you some energy.
Sure. Thanks. And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. So she was gonna kill me and then make her escape. So of course I freaked out. And then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf and I smashed it across her head.
How could you?
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. She just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd get caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across the magazine on the table and, I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead, roast me, blow me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death! Death for the one that killed Sakura! We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed. So, what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What he would have had to do after writing the message? It doesn't make sense.
Is it why the magazine was hidden, why he didn't use Sakura's finger, or why he picked Toko?
I think because Toko's a serial killer,
Yeah.
but,
I mean, if the magazine was his insurance policy to make us think it was Toko, then why did he hide the magazine on the shelf?
True.
So I'm gonna go with that. And yay, it was right. That's true. Everything you just said, it doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really? He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room before and after the incident.
I don't
It
think
wasn't me.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Then who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what had been written. There's only one choice. Was it Kyoko, was it Byakuya, or was it Toko?
Definitely Byakuya. No.
Byakuya over there like, this is it. This is how I get rid of her.
Right, he is like, damn it, hell yeah.
Yeah. It had to be Toko, right? What?
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't. Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle, but that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
Oh my god, I love this comment. It's like, Sakura was just like Shrek, shunned for her appearance, and no one bothered to look for the onion layers beneath.
Does that make Hina a donkey?
Yes! Oh my god. Anyway.
Hina and
listen,
Sakura
Donkey
on a
stole the show.
whirlwind adventure.
Donkey did steal the show.
I love Donkey. I love... Like,
Shrek.
I love Shrek.
Shrek is a great movie.
It's
Anyway.
fantastic.
So what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time, when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that.
I mean, any of us could, but we all know that I'm the only one that does anything around here.
For real.
Okay, is it Kyoko's examination summary, the status of Sakura's body, or the yellow powder? We'll find out. Let's see if I remember how to change my bullet. Aha, I do. Okay, I should also look at this evidence. Okay, so...
Yeah, the case can't be closed that easily because we have a bunch of evidence we didn't use yet. So that's kind
Oh,
of
Kyoko's examination summary might be it, because Sakura suffered 2 blows to the head, not 1.
Oh yeah. Donkey, I'm making waffles.
Hina, I'm making donuts.
Perfect!
There we go. We figured it out. Thank you, case closed. This is actually Shrek. But in Danganronpa. I love it.
Alright.
Yeah. I admit it, I messed with the crime scene again. You know how I am.
Yeah. Does that mean Byakuya is Lord Farquaad? Just asking for a
Yes! Oh my god, Byakuya is Lord Farquaad. Oh my god.
friend?
Thank goodness.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her, even though that's kind of weird. But I only hit her once! How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on! How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think
Are
back.
we Fiona? We're Fiona. Anyway.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chest piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear. The correlation between the Monokuma bottles I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be, it's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. The chess piece.
Chess piece.
Oh, hopefully that's what the
Oh.
gambit is. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, there we
Yeah,
go. We do
yeah.
have it. We have it. All right, so I need a C.
Hey.
C. Okay. E. S. E. Okay, I need E. And another E. I can spell today.
I don't know how, so.
Apparently, Makoto can't, but you know.
Makoto,
Nope, come
give
on.
us an E.
There we go.
E.
Yay! Think that's the fastest we've done one.
Right.
That's it! The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. Oh, I know a lot about those. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So? What's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi's way better.
Yeah! Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No, it's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottles must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that's missing, was it completely intact? Was it broken? Or was it excited?
It was definitely exciting.
100% excited. Super
So
stoked.
happy to be there.
Mhm.
It was broken. 'Cause, I mean, yeah, they broke on her head.
The bottle must have been broken
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just 1 broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence that proves that is... Kyoko and I figured it out before.
Kyoko.
Is it there?
Just closer.
Nope, shards
Whispers in
massive.
Kyoko's ear.
Yeah.
What was it?
What did we find out again?
The Monokuma
Right.
bottle experiment? There we go. Yeah, the
Like,
shards were
let-
found to be heavier.
I'd like to buy a vowel with this monocoin.
Yeah. So this is going to explain why why the broken bottle was heavier, but I really like the lighter than oxygen theory. I think that would have been fantastic. Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of the pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass. What?
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case. There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been was it used by some bowling aficionados? Was it used by Sakura's first attacker or the second attacker?
Second bitch. But I like the bowling.
The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked. The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion. The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence. From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
What?
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait, I admit maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her, I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong, it's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it. Okay, fine, let's hear it, peasant. Well, it was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early, to stake it out or whatever. So, I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You
Boom.
did?
Pretty soon Ogre showed up and she went in the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
Did Toko just hide in the locker for fun?
Yeah. And you just now decided to share that with us. After all the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it. Someone tightened the screws on his brain. I think they've come loose. So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went into the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I have it. She left it there for anyone to find.
A new element has been added to bullet time battles. I'm so glad 4 trials in we have yet another thing that I won't remember. Oh shit, and I didn't listen to it. Moment of truth. Okay, give me a second to Oh great, I have to do this again. Okay, lock on, attack, reload, fever time, nega time, final strike. Target. Oh, so now I have to choose a truth bullet. Okay. So I have glass shards on the floor. Aha, locker handprint. There we go.
Hey, the locker handprint. Oh shit.
I'm so glad I got to do that twice on the stream. I can't hear anything.
Right. What a badass.
Whew.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
stop wasting my time and just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No! I swear there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean, probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk now, peasant.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went to the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forward her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
Bitch. So after he left, I just jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me, like a monster growling. And when I turned around, oh shit! There was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her. Her? You mean... Guess who's back?
Oh shit. It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't really share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully, when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit, I wondered? So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere. I was not prepared for that. And well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle.
Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible.
No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Ew. That's disgusting. But, just go away and die. Your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre, so this is good. This is good.
So that's good? Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
Not quite yet.
No, not quite yet.
What? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed. Odd, huh? Toko's attack and then Toko's, but still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
tell your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then, even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling!
Ew.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is...
Shit. This is cray cray.
This is
Genocide
locked
Jill.
room murder that everyone was involved in.
Genocide Jill is the Puss in Boots. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. I
Look at what we
accept this
got.
headcanon.
The ogre's covered in blood. She should have been covered in blood. Oh, I know what the issue is. So if the second shot from Toko is what killed Sakura, then the problem is, where did Sakura die? It was... Okay, let me look at my evidence really quick. Status, yeah, okay, it's status. Status of her body.
Yeah, and who the fuck put the chair?
Yeah.
And how? And how did they get out? And why? Like, damn.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So you finally noticed. Wow.
It's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair? No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf is probably the blood right in front of the magazine shelf. Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it, cause when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now. Look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal? Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Besides, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Okay, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Huh? So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everyone was confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group?
No, I don't think that's possible. The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because... Was I in the locker? Did I see it for myself, or was the locker too small?
I was definitely in that locker.
I was totally in the locker. I just hung out in there. The locker door was open when we came in, so... Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously, Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her, thank you very much.
You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying it all along. There's still more to this case. But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot on the head. And...
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
That's because you're overlooking vital information, Kevin.
Could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's something.
Alright, what do we got this time? The yellow powder, the Monokuma File 4, or Hina's account? I'm gonna guess we're gonna talk about the yellow powder this time.
Yellow powder.
Put it in. Apparently, yellow powder did not kill her.
What?
Come on, Makoto, don't climb up now.
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there some way. Okay, I need to look at our evidence again. Okay, Monokuma File 4 is evidence of a strong... Oh, there we go.
Yakia shoved me in the locker and called me a nerd. That's how I saw the crime.
Exactly. Okay, so there's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? She vomited up blood too, so. Objection! You're wrong.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood? Some sort of reaction within her body, most likely. Sakura was poisoned. Poisoned? That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at. And so there can be no mistake, because I'm the other and I'm always right.
You're making me go all weak in the knees?
Ew.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her. By the way, it's not me.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone, quiet! Shut up and listen to Master.
Thank you, lapdog. But you're the only one talking. The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor. Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along? You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene. Well, yeah. Good point. Wow, he's an idiot. There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this. Is that the poison? It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it. Where'd you find it? The shelf is divided up into 3 sections: A, B, and C. In section A, dietary supplements, B, reagents, and C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section 3? Section C? I can read.
Yeah! Well,
A, B, C, 1, 2, 3.
that's
baby, you and me.
Yeah.
yeah! That was so adorable. I give that a standing ovation and a 10 out of 10.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it.
It was on the same shelf as all the supplements, I'm positive. In section A.
Hey.
A. The poison was actually in section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever. Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives? Yeah, so why? Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and... Huh? Master? We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, it tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder, it'll stick to your throat!
Idiot, you just swallowed poison. We need to make him spit it out. The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff? It tastes like poor people. Oh. Oh, what are you talking about? Talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Ah, sure, do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Huh?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but a harmless protein powder. Which makes me wonder. The poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be? Alright, Hangman's Gambit. Okay, where was the poison in? Protein shake? No, protein something. Protein drink?
Drink. Yeah, drink. Drink.
Okay.
Yes.
R.
Drink.
Okay, okay, I need a T. E. N. They are going really fast this time. Okay, D. R. I. And N.
She could have been poisoned. She spent her whole life building up resistance to iocane poisoning.
There we go.
Yeah.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept it, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison. Holy crap! All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene? Was it a protein drink? Was it a cup filled with water? Or was it a Monokuma bottle?
Definitely a Monokuma bottle. But yes, a protein.
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink, which actually contained a deadly poison.
Yes, Byakuya, we got that.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death. You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains.
Maybe it's too soon, but I'm sure that she's not really having any aches and pains right now.
But wow, we have great dark humor around these. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding and head wound thing? But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison.
I love the implication that Hiro made that she would have gotten hit over the head twice and went, you know what I should drink now? A protein drink. That'll fix everything.
Yep. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures. For real? Who was it? Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The evidence that shows who switched them. It must be what we found in front of the shelf.
So it must be... the footprints in the powder.
I got it. The footprints left in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of the section A, where I found the bottle, meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving the footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now, and then we'll see who.
It was me.
It was me.
It was me? Question mark?
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
Ah. If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was.
Yep. I did it! I killed Sakura!
Just as I suspected. Oh, I'm so good at this. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers here are, is it myself and Leon, is it myself and Hina, or is it myself and Byakuya?
You and Hina, I guess.
Clearly Byakuya is wearing sneakers. Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya, that explains why you...
These footprints must be... ... Makoto, are they yours?
No!
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm the size for myself. If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Just Hina? Plus, Hina has been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
Can't you believe?
What about it, can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close. Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive it all of us as well. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I get when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her? That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent and defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
Oh, how many times do I have to plan to repeat myself? I mean,
Don't-
yourself, sorry.
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not. Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina, could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like.
It's clear that Hina's the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead.
It's not me.
Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to section C and I got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah, when I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
Well, so then I moved to section A and I got the protein powder, and that's when I switched them. Once I got done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out, and that's it.
That story you just told? First you went to section C to get the poison, and then moved to section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from section C to section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange? Can you repeat that series of events one more time? What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
You hungry? It's the same thing, no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long?
until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case.
Alright, Phoenix, right?
Don't bitch at me. Okay, so footprints in the powder, the chem lab shelf, or the source of the powder. And I don't remember what most of those
You
are.
tell us you're the killer and you're not. We're screwed.
Yeah, really. Okay, so let's see. So we have the chem lab shelf. Okay, so that's that one. The sources of the powder. There was a broken bottle in front of the chem lab shelf, which was labeled Chem C4. Had to have been spelled after. Someone left footprints in the lab. The footprints appeared only near the leftmost section. It can be assumed that the suspect only had business in that area. Okay, so that's what our contradiction is going to be. Okay, so you grab the poison.
Get it.
You did not move from section C to section A, but good try.
Good try.
You said you went to get the poison from section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah, what about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint.
What the? Kino, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, well,
You lied to us, plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
well, you see.
What the hell? What's going on here?
I don't know why
Ew.
you're so shocked that you're wrong. You've been wrong for the last 3 cases, but...
My Byakuya Togami brain doesn't understand.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
No evidence? Impossible. There can't be.
Are
No
you
one had
sure?
taken this case.
After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
What? I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Making fun of me, peasant. Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this. Huh? A piece of glass? It
My
had,
ego hurts.
it had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed thanks to you ingesting the powder. If only you'd swallowed the glass, too. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you, so thank you for that.
What is it? I mean, thank you. I like taking credit for stuff.
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
What?
Huh? Me?
Kyoko, just do your job. Fine, if you already do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember it now. I broke something the same shade of blue. Was it the bottle of poison? Was it the Monokuma bottle? Or was it the rec room window?
The window? To the window! To the wall! To the wall.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
Window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it. You're right, it must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that? What's strange is, according to what Hina told us, where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, was it on the section C of the shelf, was it in the rec room locker, or section A of the shelf?
Section. Well, maybe.
I think it should be section A.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because when it happened, she said that she'd already made it. I could be completely wrong.
Hey, section
Woo!
A.
The bottle
Hey.
of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That's what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow, a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Then everything Hina told us was a lie.
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there, at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle. And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was open. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving way too fast. Even
Keep
for
up,
my
rich boy.
Well, I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may have well been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Ooh, I know the answer to this one.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right, we do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I can remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me!
Same here.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was open.
Oh, come on. How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know? I don't like not knowing things.
I have more brain cells. I have more brain cells.
Damn
Sorry,
it.
you can't buy more.
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was open.
Da-da-da.
Thank you, Kyoko. We deserve to knock Byakuya down.
It
Okay.
was so satisfying. Okay, I think it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
empty protein drink that I need to present, but let's double check
Yes.
our evidence really
Because-
quick. Yeah, shards of
Will you,
glass
rich boy?
were broken underneath and around. Okay.
Hey.
Pew pew.
I have too much fun shooting these things down.
Byakuya looks so sad that he didn't get like the whole story. Yeah.
He thinks he's smart, and we have just destroyed his self-confidence. You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course, it came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
What? see. Well, that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it.
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass. So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate. And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched. And as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was. Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it, knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is.
I'd like to point out, quick trigger warning for suicide. We're only scratching the surface here, but definitely keep yourself safe.
Exactly what happened.
Oh, then tell us already.
Sorry.
Sorry. I'll be nice today. Please tell us.
Good. Big. Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right?
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre?
What do you think, Makoto? The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been. Was it Hina, was it Sakura, or was it Hiro?
Probably Sakura.
And we know that because she's got yellow powder on her shoes.
Yep.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
What are you talking about? There's no way.
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab right to the section full of poison.
You're lying. Stop lying. Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Oh, please don't tell me I have to do this again. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, third time's the charm. Have fun. Good luck with that.
I do, actually. Sorry, Hina. Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Huh? It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right? Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself.
But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking? But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No, it was me. The poison. Because I killed her.
No, you didn't kill her. The one that killed Sakura? The connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved murder mystery of the locked room? There's only one way to explain it. Alright, who killed Sakura? This is nice and depressing, it's fine. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What?
I love how Byakuya
I
just
was
lost
wrong?
all of his composure. I love this.
Help me. The killer was Sakura? This is not how class trial goes. Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
You probably can't fly.
Yeah.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. I mean, look, all of us can fly. It's just that we can't land.
Yeah.
More dark humor for you guys. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room. Because, of course, did Monokuma force her into the locked room? Did she want to create the locked room? Or did Byakuya create the locked room in secret?
It was definitely Byakuya again. He wants to be an attention whore.
Obviously.
Everyone knows that. So yeah, it was good. Finalist.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura. I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway. That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body. And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to get the others.
On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footsteps make perfect sense. When you were done, you gathered everyone together, and once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone.
Ogre!
Oh! So she's dead, huh?
Sakura's been killed. I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that. So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison. Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
What you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura.
And you absolutely fell for it, yes.
Damn. Never again, bitch.
No. No. I killed her. I did it.
Bitch, I swear to God, if you make me go into bullet time battle one more time, I'm gonna
One
murder
more
someone right
goddamn
now.
time.
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not. Nothing is over.
It is! Actually, no, you're right. We have to end this properly.
Oh no.
Alright,
Gonna...
closing
you-
argument.
Oh, you're doing. Oh, I was like, so because people confessed shit, does
Yeah.
that mean that we're not doing the comic book thingy, Mabobber?
We are. Okay, so Sakura
Absolutely are.
sends the stuff to Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. Toko comes in, hides in the locker. Because Sakura comes in. Sakura gives Hiro the candy. Hiro fucking flips his shit. And hits Sakura with the bottle, which cracks and leaves the knight out.
I don't think she would ever die from somebody hitting her with a bottle. She's damn strong. But definitely the only thing that could pick up would be
Sakura herself. Yeah.
no, just poison
Yeah.
in general. I think she's too strong to have anything like that protect her as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so Toko. Crap. Okay. So Toko sees this. Gets out
Actually,
of the locker.
Actually, as satisfying as it is to outsmart Byakuya, it's even more satisfying to outsmart and explain how Hina, of all people, outsmarted Byakuya.
Exactly.
That's hot.
Okay, we have Genocide Jill. She's going to pick up the thing. Smash it over Sakura's head. Bring out the queen piece. And leave. Okay, then Sakura decides that she's going to drink some poison, because that sounded tasty to her at the time. Then we go in, we break the window, we see her. Hina is going to pocket the poison, leave, and then drop off. Alright, see if I got it right. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
They all hated her.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
No Vienna sausage?
No Vienna sausage. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personalities to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about it disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same kind of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison off from the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. Woo! We did it!
Oh, shit.
That's the full truth of the case. I think that's the best we've ever done that.
Yeah.
What?
Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact, isn't that right?
No.
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you... Oh. How did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Because Kyoko figured it out and I just said it for her. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean...
Some of us solve things with feelings, things you don't have.
Yeah.
You still haven't realized. We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit systems. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand, and that's why you couldn't solve this case. Bitch.
Yeah.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Angrily. Makoto, this is your comic. It's the perfect opportunity to draw yourself as a muscular dude.
But we don't.
Oh,
Woo!
no, we just stick to canon, I guess.
I think we only got one thing wrong that entire trial.
Hey!
Hey.
You got an A.
Woo!
Okay, I think we gotta agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? Oh, I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever, you don't have a choice anyways. Do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So who will be the chosen as the blackened? Ooh. Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Ooh.
Alright, let's put it to vote.
It is Sakura.
Da da da.
Poor Sakura.
Poor Sakura. She deserved better.
Yeah, that's right. What killed Sakura was Sakura herself. Oh. Okay, we're done here. Bye.
So, that's the whole truth. Oh, I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand. How are peasants smarter than me? I don't get it. Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us. And yet you... Why did you do that? Yeah, we almost died there.
Because that's exactly what I wanted.
What?
I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you?
Hell yeah! We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all had to pay for our crimes.
For serious? That's...
You still don't understand. Then let me explain. Bitches. I am unhinged, Hina, now. Do you realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this.
Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
That's...
You found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note.
Bitch, we could have been done in 5 minutes.
Right.
Suicide
Right.
note?
Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine.
I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me. You tried to protect me, but because of me, my closest friend got hurt.
Sakura?
Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility.
Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? Can't. Do you know how dangerous that is?
Don't worry. I just wanted to talk to them.
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Hina, please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy. They're friends.
Sakura... She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable.
Just thought we killed her like 3 times.
Right. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. You have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina, you came.
Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Hina,
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
A favor?
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to...
Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura! Please! Let me in! Please open the door! Why? Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. She got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet, you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And just added to the weight that she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it.
Hina...
We killed her. All of us.
I'm still not hearing how Kyoko and I did anything, but...
Right. You guys were just the background people. It's fine.
We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
like 3 times.
3 times, damn it! People like us shouldn't be allowed to live.
And that's why you tried to lead us astray? You did your best to make us arrive to the wrong conclusion during the class trial?
Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out in the end. I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it just stays so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died? What did you say, bitch? Everything you just said is nothing but your own interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant. Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me... Well, what I'm trying to say is... Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What's that?
Isn't it obvious? Suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
What? But Hina already...
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. This one is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room. What? Then you lied to me? Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound
sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up. Ooh. I can't help it if you don't really took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it.
You filthy
True.
little. I mean, who signs a
didn't.
suicide note? Like, you don't have to
Well.
sign it to be a legally binding document, and by the time you're dead, it's not a legally binding document anymore.
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process, okay? Scene and cut.
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place? And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of the story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willy.
Could you get on with it, please?
Okay. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here. It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me. You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool. You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years. I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things. However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind. And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder. They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate. However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken. Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything, I cannot betray those who would call me their friend. That's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura... I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Their decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Oh, ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness. I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me. So, this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind. But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with me just accepting your hatred. My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal. My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well. I have an obligation to get this situation under control, and to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do so as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder. But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself. If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life. If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends. I've never had people like you in my life.
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered? He didn't die hating us? What she wanted was to protect us?
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much. No normal person could do that. It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Oh my god.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially. The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see. I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close, and still.
What are you gonna do?
In the end, all our meddling totally pointless. You died so you guys wouldn't kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Ooh. Ooh boo, and now the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Huh?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred. I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either.
What?
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What the heck? That's not how this was supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing him is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other.
He's absolutely right about that.
Ah, lovely Byakuya, my star pupil. You understand, don't you?
This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. I like winning. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game.
Is that a menorah in
Which
the
is
background?
Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Oh, damn.
Because I hate being smarter than everyone. Huh? Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game. So there's no point in participating in a game which has lost a sense of excitement.
Byakuya, you're full of shit, but...
Which is why I no longer will be participating in it.
What's going on here?
Now, I have only one thing to look forward to. And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me.
Byakuya, does this mean...
Don't misunderstand, peasant. I have been moved by some... I haven't. Oh, there. Sorry. Ugh, I almost said have. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Wherever master goes, I go! And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire!
Okay.
Everyone!
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning?
Ah, how boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
The fun time?
Anyway, let's forget about the good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time.
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
Is it me? Oh, heavens, no. Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just summon whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bare times one rule. I don't know what that means, but I've spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest.
A special guest?
Let's give it everything we got. Punishment time!
Oh no.
Oh boy. I hope
No!
it's Rocco.
No!
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 That's even worse than Rocco. Oh no! Y'all, what the fuck? Oh, that is so
How could
bad.
you?
How could you
No,
hurt
he's
the
our friend.
baby? He's the baby.
No!
Oh no.
I don't want this.
This is
I did
the
not want
worst.
this. Oh no!
Oh no! Not alter ego!
Oh.
That is the worst.
Well, I hate this.
Wow. Oh, that is just BS. Poor alter ego. They
Poor
were
alter
just, they
ego.
were babies.
They were.
Oh,
You.
you suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk.
Whew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go and get a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grilled chicken's where that, and I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it.
I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's all true. So, it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
All of the death flags.
And the death flags. God damn it.
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
Huh? You're friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball?
Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend! And you killed him!
Is that what you call animism? Where soul dwells in all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
So, you finally noticed him.
Finally? Oh, no. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with her laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start!
What?
You knew. And you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Well, I mean, the data in the laptop, it was I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult. So, of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better. Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No. His death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset. Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
Postscript?
Yeah, there's a little bit more left of Sakura's note. Huh? Oop, 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 oop. Do I have your attention? Okay, then here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like to tell you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school.
What? A clue? I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Whoopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and... Whew, would have been deep in spoiler territory. Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What? You can just stop at the most important bit?
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh? That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve.
Fine. But at least Sakura's note.
Like I'd never let any of you grease balls have it. What? Yo, sucks to be you, losers! Wait, what's this?
What is it now?
There's one last line in the note.
And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it.
Huh. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay down and fight? And she won't lay down and die? She'll fight you?
Well, whatever, who cares that some dead musclehead has to say? Ooh. Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know. And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. And are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from regrets of the outside world? Boo, 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 boo. Think about that. Think long, think hard.
Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message? Her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school? The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over. What did you do? What did you do to my body?
What?
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plan to bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
So, the class trial is over and Monaco is gone? So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than head back up? Oh yeah. Okay. Let's get out of here.
But
Hina must still feel responsible.
Dial back that ego a bit, girl. Wow, I'm one to talk.
Yeah, really.
Right, he's the last person who should be saying anything. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely a threat.
Dude, you just got, like, totally
Slam
tricked
dunked.
by her, but
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out. You did nothing. Shut up! Peasant!
seriously, I'm sorry.
How many times do you have to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Okay, see what you mean. Then I'll try.
huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag? No. No. I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Oh god.
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Ew. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
Sleazeball? Excuse me. I am fine dining.
That's right, I called you a sleazeball because you are a sleazeball.
A apparently you still have a death wish.
Sir, you are a
Ooh.
McDonald's salad.
He is a McDonald's salad.
Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any.
Hey! Stop fighting with Master! You're making me jealous! I want the abuse give and take me!
Ew.
I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends.
Yeah,
Well-
especially this bunch.
Yeah, really. That's just how it is for now. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Ding dong, ding dong. Ding dong, ding dong.
This is a school announcement. It is now
I think this is voice, but
10
I think it is, but that should be long enough, right?
As such, it is
Right.
officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked. and
woo,
entry
don't
that
go
point
out at
is
night and
strictly
shit.
prohibited.
Yeah, jazz hands.
I know.
Good night.
If he starts deviating from the script, I'm gonna be way off.
Bye.
Right. No need to worry, Jill. We figured out that the one Hina's crushing on is not your master.
Yeah, really. Nighttime descended and pulled me along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice.
Oh
Wow.
no.
Okay. Up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
Oh shit.
Kyoko? Yes, it's me. Huh? Kyoko? I said yes. So Kyoko's here. Wait,
This
what?
is his finest dream.
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here? I'm here to wake you up. I see. Wait, but my door! It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious? Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised.
Wow.
What time is it? 3 o'clock. In the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour?
That's hot. No.
Yeah, this is... I have a feeling this is not what we're hoping for. It's so late. What happened? I have a favor I need to ask. What's your favor? Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan on to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered, the data center on the 4th floor. What? I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone.
I love how Kyoko never tells us anything.
Nah,
Never.
no.
She just assumes things.
Yep. She's like, I know you're going to come up there, it's fine.
Right.
What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked. Okay, well, I guess we'll go to the data center.
Oh my god, what if this is like Sword Art Online and they did something to our bodies, they totally mean that, you know, like our
We're-
bodies are out there and this is like a game and
We're avatars.
Oh my god. Yes.
I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. She may be inside already? I put my hand to the door, and with a certain amount of force, it didn't open. I tried again, but it must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor?
Oh, what are you doing up, mister?
Ah!
Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know?
Oh, well, I just.
You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But I can see you that you don't waste my time telling me crap I can say for myself. You look like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something?
No, nothing like that.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed.
What's wrong now? Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko?
Now you do? Whatever, the two of you just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What? Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay.
Yeah, go on. Get out of here. Shoot, shoot.
So we left and went back to our rooms. And then... So, goodbye. Hold on! Listen, what was all that about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked, and then she shows up late and we leave without even checking a single thing. What was the point of all that? Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but... Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave... Mukuro Ikusaba. What? Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear. Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Oh shit.
And we have finished chapter 4. Alright, so we are down to 6 students.
Wow, that's real sad.
7 with our
mystery student.
So, but we got the alter ego lump.
That's sad. It's just a lump of alter ego. That's so sad.
It is. All right, so next stream is probably Sunday. I don't know. We may do a Sunday stream, we may not. We'll let you know. Otherwise, Tuesday we'll be back on the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I keep wanting to call it Phoenix Wright. It's not Phoenix Wright.
It's Phoenix Wright from the past.
Yeah, it's Phoenix Wright's like great grandfather.
Great.
I mean, it's only like 1800s, so it's not that many greats.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we'll be back on that. Hopefully Lemur should be feeling better. So, yeah. You have any announcements?
You just stay safe, everyone.
All right.
There's a lot going on, so
There
just
yeah.
stay safe and
Wash your hands, wear your masks. Please, be safe, especially if you are in the Ukraine area. And if you are living in one of those states that is passing anti-LGBTQ laws, stay safe as well.
yeah.
And we will see you guys later this week. Have a good night, all. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.